In other news, Israelis are heading to the polls on Tuesday in a vote that looks likely to keep Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in office with a far-right government. Israel's Arab population has already been alienated, and many of them see no point in voting anymore. CCTV Special Affairs correspondent Roy Runberg has more.
It's campaign season in Israel and thus campaign season here in Nazareth, often dubbed the country's Arab capital simply because of the sheer number of Arab citizens who live here. But it's unlikely most will turn out on election day. A decade ago, 3/4 of Arab Israelis voted. In the last election, only half did. And in Tuesday's vote, the number is expected to drop even further.
I have never given any importance to voting and never will, neither for municipal nor for parliamentary elections.
Arabs make up 1/5 of the Israeli population, but their parties are historically excluded from coalition-formed governments, and some say with it their voices. Some end up voting for the Jewish parties, and a few Arabs secure seats on their slates. But the Arab parties themselves are split, most notably into Islamist, communist, and nationalist camps. Parliamentarian Hanin Zoabi comes from the last. Addressing supporters standing in front of a Palestinian flag, she's considered by many Jewish Israelis to be a divisive figure. And even some Arab Israelis accuse her and other Arab elected officials of putting the interests of Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza ahead of theirs, an accusation she rejects.
This is not an independent thinking of the people themselves. This is an Israeli propaganda whom these weakened people have adopted.
Just down the road in the Jewish city of Upper Nazareth, there's not a single campaign poster in Arabic highlighting the major divisions despite the minor distance. In places like this, nationalist Jewish ideology runs strong, with many questioning the loyalty Arab Israelis have to the Jewish state. But just how loyal has the state been to them, some ask. Arabs are twice as likely to be unemployed, and 2/3 of their children are deemed poor. That's triple the rate compared to the country's Jewish population. Some say the only way to change that is at the ballot box.
Each citizen needs to express his opinion and pick the party that best represents and supports him in the parliament, because if we don't, we become irrelevant.
But it's unclear if that spirit will spread or if Israel's Arabs will instead vote to stay at home. Roy Runberg, CCTV in northern Israel.